Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Are we doing good? I hope so. So, today I'm going to give you three business plan tips. Three business plan tips. And right now, I don't have the title on there, but I promise you I will put it on there later. Hello, thank you for joining me. Today, the topic is three business plan tips. Three business plan tips. That's what we're going to talk about today briefly. You know, the preachers say, I won't hold y'all long, but I'm going to be talking about three business plan tips. Three business plan tips. Business planning tips. All right, y'all. So we're going live on YouTube, we're live on Instagram, and we're also live on Facebook. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jackie. I am a life and business. Hello. I'm a life and business coach. What I do is I help individuals just like you. I help you get organized. I help you get organized, get trained, and win government contracts. The government contracts is the end goal. The beginning is startup, launching, and getting organized and getting trained, because the bread and butter, the meat to the meal is government contracts. Anyway, so before I get into these three business planning tips that I suggest that individuals, especially if you're new, do before you start your business, or if you've already started your business, there's no time like the present to what? Get organized, y'all. Listen, let me get these announcements. Okay, so today I'm giving you three tips to create your business plan, right? Tuesday, I'm going to be in the business builder group. I'm going to be giving 5 ideas to 5 business ideas to start. Okay, then Wednesday for Victory Chat, I will be the Victory Chat topic is how to repurpose and sell your content. That's going to be the Victory Chat discussion. On Thursday, this is YouTube only. I'll be talking about how to create a vision manifestation board. Like, for those of you who missed out, we did the girls' night in. We did a vision manifestation board, and I'm going to talk briefly and give you some tips on how to succeed. I'm even going to share one of my old boards that I did about 2 years ago and tell you information about that. So you don't want to miss that. That's only going to be on YouTube. Okay, so let's get into these. Oh, one more announcement. On May the 23rd, I'm doing a training. It's Government Contracting 101, how to get your business ready for government contracts. Now, the link to that class is in the bio, my Linktree /route to victory. Okay, y'all, we got those announcements out. Yay, yay, yay. Listen, we can get to the topic, y'all. Listen, one more disclaimer. I guess that's what they call a disclaimer. Y'all, if this eyelash fall off, we just gonna keep rolling with it, because this eyelash been tripping all day. It's been tripping all day. There's nothing I can do but keep on moving. I was like, well, you know what? I'm doing this live. There's no going back now. If the eyelash falls and y'all see me jump, that's because my eyelash is falling. Okay. But anyway, let's get into it. Tip number one to creating your business plan. It is do a brain dump. Better yet, when I was creating the content for this, I said, you know what? I got one better. Because a lot of times when you begin a business, you need something visual. So I would say if you're brand new, you have never launched a business, the best thing to do is create your business. A vision board for your life. You can do all the areas, all the 8, 7, it depends on who you're listening to, areas of life of how you want your life. If you're ready to start living your dream life. Okay, so of course, everything that you put on that vision board is not going in your business plan, but that information, the brain dump, when you do a brain dump, you creating a vision board allows you to have a space and pictures or words to put specifically where your end goal, where you like your end goal. And that's the purpose of a business plan, is to help you reach your end goal. So yeah, make sure y'all join me Thursday. I'm not guaranteed you that I'm going to be live Thursday, but I am going to be on late Thursday. It'll be about 9:30, 9:15-ish Central Time, somewhere like that. If I can record, if I pre-record it, then it'll be a little bit early. But make sure that you are following me or subscribing to my channel so you don't miss out on free trainings. A lot of my free trainings is on YouTube. So you want to make sure you subscribe and click the notification so you'll be notified when I post or when I'm live. Okay. So another thing you want to do is comment, honey, comment in the post so I can greet you, so I can say, hey girl, how you doing? What you up to? You got any questions? We can go back and forth because, I don't have everybody's number, but I do want to help as many people as I can. Okay, so number one was to do a brain dump or create a vision board. So you'll have a space to take everything that's in your head concerning your life and put it on the board, right? And the reason why that's a valuable piece is if you know where you're going, you're able to plan the trip. Okay, so let's say you live in Dallas or you live in Mexico and you're going to Houston, or you're going to Chicago. Okay, or you're going on vacation. Before you get on vacation, you have to know what destination, where are you going? That's the purpose of the brain dump and the vision board. This is your end goal in mind. Okay, and it helps clear your mind. Once you clear your mind, you can actually focus. That's the purpose of it. So you heard it here first. Number one, before you do anything in your business plan, make sure you do a brain dump. Number two should be a no-brainer. It's research. A lot of times, I'm gonna tell y'all this story, even though I was a planner, even though I've always planned things ahead. Let me really tell you, this number two, I did not want to do. I understand you busy, you got a life, you got other things to do. Your business is new, your business is on the rocks. You might not want to create a business plan. Y'all holler at your girl, I can help you with that. But anyway, the thing about it is I understand that because I was terrified when the first business I started was Route to Victory. That's where the name for the social media page came from, because it was actually a financial coaching nonprofit that I had created. I was terrified. I was like, I don't know nothing about no nonprofit. I just know I want to help people. I didn't think about who was going to pay for all this other stuff. I just know I was just taking the leap. I was terrified. I was terrified to put pencil on paper. I knew I knew where I wanted my end goal, but I was terrified. And so what I did, and I'm telling you all this story, is I had someone create me a business plan because I was so fragile and they kept asking me questions and I was like, I don't know. And when I tell you, make sure you start with number one, because it's a difference between you doing something for somebody else's business and you doing something to your business. See, it hits home. See, when you're doing something for your business, especially if this is a new area, one of the battles that you have to face is fear. And so if you do a brain dump, it helps reduce fear too. So it kills two birds with one stone. And see, because number two is research. Number two, my second tip is research. Okay. Listen, I'm not saying don't get any help if you need help with the business plan. Please get help. If that's what it takes to get it done, get some help. Okay. But what I am telling you is make sure that you are involved. You're involved with the research. You are involved with the research because everything around that business affects you. You can't just go all willy-nilly doing somebody else's plan because you were nervous like me and you didn't know how at the time because you were so scared you couldn't articulate what exactly you wanted to do. And not everybody is like me who will pull things. That's why I call myself the coaching consultant, because I'm able to pull things out of you that you probably be surprised that you actually have the answer, but you need somebody that believes in you, that believes in your goal, that believes in your dream, and that's willing to help you do the work. And that's true. That's just 100% fact. And so you want to do research. When you do your research, you want to look at not just inside sources, right? You only look at, okay, let's talk about this research. Okay, when you're coming up with a plan, you do want to look inside a little bit, but majority of the information, if you're a brand new business, is coming from outside sources, okay? So with the research, with the numbers and the certificates or the license and stuff, you have to look up things. You may have to talk to some people. You may have to read a few books. You may have to make some appointments with a business lawyer. You may have to talk to an accountant. You may have to talk to the Secretary of State, that department. That's part of the research. And you will have to do some internal research as well, because when you create this business plan and you factor in how much it's going to take for you to keep this business or maintain this business, you're going to have to know how much it costs for you to live. Okay, you have to pay yourself. Because if you get to, and I know a lot of times when you start your business, you start it off as a side hustle. However, in your planning, you want to include that, the amount of hours. Okay, if I'm just gonna throw a number in the wind, right? If your monthly expenses, you get your hair done, girl, you get your nails done, you get your feet done, you'll buy makeup every other month, you have rent, you have to buy food, you hang out with your friends, spend about $100 or $2, and you have a car note and you have insurance or whatever the bills you make. Let's say you have $3,000 a month. So you know that when you figure out the cost of doing business, you have to include that. And you was like, wait a minute, Jackie, I'm still working my full-time job. You're working your full-time job right now. But listen, when you make your business plan, you want to always have your end goal in mind, okay? So in the beginning, when you're figuring out where you're going to go, you have to have a destination. The same way with the money. This is your destination. Your destination is to make at least a minimum of $3,000 because that pays all your bills. Okay, that's your break-even point. But yes, you want to have profit, but that's your minimum amount that you have to make in your business, right? I mean, excuse me, get from your business to maintain your living. Then after that, you look for outside sources to look and see how much does it cost for you to have a website? How much does it cost for you to have internet? Do you need a fax number? Do you need a coach? Do you need a consultant? Do you need to make an appointment with me? Of course you do. Okay, you need to make an appointment. You need to pay that $47 and pick my brain and let me get you all together. It don't take long, honey. I work fast. Just click the link in the bio and schedule you a strategy session and let's get it done. Keisha says that I told y'all I'm live, right? Keisha says, you went and got you a pedicure and a feel? Girl, go ahead. I need to go get me a pedicure, honey. Woo, child, or do my own or do something. Honey, I love when they screw. It tickles me. This is a sidebar. Hello, thank you for joining me. It tickles when you get the pedicure, or at least it tickles me when I get a pedicure, but I still like it done. I like being pampered, so they got to come real soon. But anyway, so number one was to do a brain dump by creating a vision board so that you'll have a place to put the things that you're dumping, right? Number two is do research. Do research both internally and externally. One example of an outside resource besides the Secretary of State, that's one. The business, if you have to get a business lawyer, that is another outside source. But the Business Bureau has tons of information and people are commenting. Y'all check this out. This is one of the things that I want to talk about, how to repurpose and sell content in my business group. But the Business Bureau has tons of people commenting. And the Better Business Bureau have tons of people commenting about different businesses. Some of them are praising, most of them are complaining. But you know what happens when you look at that outside source? You look and you find a need. If there is a need, a reason, your business becomes reasonable. It's showing you that you can be profitable if there's enough need out there for what you are offering. So that's part of the market research, is finding a problem that you can solve. You can't just open up a coaching business and say, hey, I'm going to be a coach. You need a coach, because there's all types of problems that coaches solve. That's like a doctor going to school and say, hey, I don't know what I want to be. I just want you to give me a doctor. I want a doctorate. Okay, do you want a doctorate in business? Do you want one in theology? Do you want a medical license? Okay, so you have to be specific. What problem do you solve? What can you solve? Y'all, let me take a break. I'm gonna reintroduce myself, reset a little bit. My name is Jackie. I'm a life and business coach. What I do is I help individuals just like you. I help you by getting organized, taking that dream and make it your reality, honey. That's all part of getting organized. Help you get to the point where you are launching your business. Help you get organized. I help you get trained. And the ultimate goal is to help you get to the point where you can win government contracts. Anyway, so number one was do a brain dump. Number two was to do market research both internally and externally. And number three, which is my last point, and I'm gonna let you all go, is stay in your zone of excellence. Listen, if I would be a zillionaire, how if I had $1 for every time somebody scheduled a session with me and said, oh, I want to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay. What would you like to do first? I'm not saying that you cannot have multiple sources of income. I believe in multiple sources of income. Okay. Listen, it's my goal, but in the beginning, I always advise to stay in your zone of excellence. Which out of the things do you gravitate to that you enjoy so much that it doesn't feel like work? And the reason why I say that, I'm gonna give an example. Now, right now in my space of excellence, even though I have a master's in business, even though I have a minor in accounting, even though I have years, over a decade of managing people from 150 to 200 people in 2 different locations, managing budgets over $5 million. I took my career from being a contracting representative to a contracting specialist. Listen, there are some things that I will not touch. Now, some of these people out here, they don't have any experience. They just want your dollar. They're going to touch everything. But I know that that is not my area of excellence. Here's an example. I'm going to give y'all an example. Okay. Listen. So there are people who have pet stores. Nothing wrong with pet stores. Nothing wrong with pet stores. But I would never, even if I think I occasionally see a pet and say, oh, it is so cute. I'm not going to go open up a pet store. Why? Because that is not my area of excellence. I know nothing about yes, that's good. Keisha, I'm glad that was confirmation. Nothing about pets. Okay. I've had a couple of pets. I don't have them now. That is not my zone of excellence. Although I enjoyed the time that my kids, because they were my kids' pet, I just end up taking care of them. I enjoyed the time that my kids had the pets and the love and the happiness that the pets cause. I mean, of having them, the relationship with them, I'm not opening up no pet store. Could I run a pet store? I'm sure I could, but that is not where my passion lies. I don't listen. Many pet stores have birds. And me and birds, and that's a no-no. That is a no-no. Many pet stores have rats. And they have rats, and they use those rats to feed snakes. Not scared of snakes. Okay, birds, me and birds aren't friends, okay, because they make me nervous. Not exactly scared of them, but we're not friends, okay? We just keep out of each other's way. Anyway, we keep out of each other's way. And if I had a pet store, I know if they had snakes in that store, which a lot of people like pet snakes, those snakes would be hungry. Because I'm not going to be trying to feed no snake, no rat. Or that snake can have to learn how to be a vegetarian. So, y'all, the animal rights people are not coming after me. Excuse me for spitting. They are not coming after me. I would not open, even though, people love pets. It's a very popular business. I mean, anything involving pets, it's going to sell. because people love their pets. But that is not my zone of excellence. Somebody asked me about a pet, and I'd be like, oh, no. So it's important that you stay in your zone of excellence. That doesn't mean that later in life or later while the course of getting your business up. So here's a better thing. Okay, I'm gonna use an example. Say I'm a cook. So, and Keisha, yes, I'm using you as an example. So forgive me, I'm not mean to be offensive or nothing. I'm always respectful. But say I'm a cook and I know how to make some desserts and stuff. Wonderful business. People always love to eat. You know, that's cool. And my business has gotten to the point where I'm making 6 or 7 figures, but I want to have more income, right? I want to get some of those sleep dollars. Okay, so an area where you can venture out and still be in your zone of excellence, maybe you'll have a cooking course, awful cooking courses, or where you occasionally do something, or maybe you sell recipes. There are tons of cooks that actually sell recipes. Y'all, I can't think of her name right now, but the lady was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and no, yeah, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, right? And she came on the show with waist trainers, right? Right now, and then she ended up, she started selling seasoning. And then from seasonings, let me backtrack. She started selling a cookbook and she started selling seasonings. And from seasonings, she started selling appliances, kitchen gadgets, you know, like steam, them ovens, whatever, crock pots, all that jazz. That was her. Now, people may say, okay, the waist trainer and the food do not go together. But she was able to make, she may have been able, I don't know her money as far as that, but she may have been able to make, I don't know, 5, 6 figures, 6 figures with the waist trainers and say, hey, doing this is okay. This will allow me to have the revenue to start the business that I really want to do. That is smart business. It's just the way she did it. It's just like how many small businesses start off. You start off by doing whatever you love to do as a side gig, and you use something else as your revenue to survive until that business get to thriving. And you're still in your zone of excellence because she used the TV show. She wanted to make some type of money, so she grabbed some waist trainers and used that and got known as the waist trainers. But look at here. When you think about your waistline, you think about food. So in an essence, she did kind of stay in her zone of excellence. She just didn't jump off willy-nilly into the fitness area. She just went to what felt good, which is cooking. And she loved to do it. And boom, bada bang, she has all these products out. Can't remember her name, but it is what it is. Anyway, so I've given you 3. I'm going to let you all go. The number 1 was do a business dump. Number 2 was research, do internal and external research. And number 3 is to stay in your zone of excellence. You want to stay in your zone of excellence even when you're planning. Even when you are planning. If you're not good at it, if you're not passionate about it, don't just do it because it's profitable. There are tons of businesses that you can be profitable in. And so that's why tomorrow in my business builder group, you click the link in the bio, I'm going to be talking about 5 business ideas to start. 5 business ideas to start. And we're going to be talking about different zones of excellence and what you can do with it. So I'm going to take you just like when I was talking about how that young lady did and how in essence, she thought outside the box. Either she went over here to the food area because she knew it was popular and it was going to sell to a very popular market, or that was her zone of excellence, or she kind of stayed in the zone because with the shape trainer, the waist trainer, that has to do with your body image, the way you look. And of course, when it comes to your image and your way of look, you think about health, right? And when you think about health, you think about food. So yeah, I think it was good. But in the beginning, she started here. And she probably along the way learned more and more about business because she had that waist training. But in this training that we're doing tomorrow, we're going to be talking about 5 business ideas to start. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take 5 ideas and tell you what can be next. What can be next? So I'm going to give you like a vision of what can be next, because a lot of times people don't understand. It's just like, for example, you have a, let's say, truck business and you're thriving in your trucking business. There are all types of side hustles or things that you can launch out of that you can make profitable. And it's like you're repurposing. So I'm kind of touched on Wednesday a little bit. You're repurposing everything you already did and thus still staying in your zone of excellence. That's all I have for today. I want to thank you all for watching. Please share this broadcast. I want to read some of the comments I missed. Keisha said, that's confirmation for me taking lead with the 2300 youth to solve the issue since human. Yes, ma'am. Don't talk down on the animals now, because I'm not talking down on the animals, girl. I was just saying that that's not my zone of excellence, honey. And there's nothing wrong with animals, honey. That's for people who love animals, and people who are gifted that way. That's just not my zone of excellence. I can't do the mice. I would never feed a snake. Like that's not my zone of excellence. So having a pet store would not be me. Okay. Not unless I had somebody running and I would never have to go into it. And that ain't happening. But anyway, let me let you all go. You all have a wonderful day. And I just want to thank you and tell you that I appreciate each one of you all for liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel and listening to me go over these tips. I hope they help. Anyway, let me know in the comments some things that you'd like for me to give some training about. Add them down in the comments or message me if that makes you more comfortable. Anyway, that's all for today. My name is Jackie. I'm a life and business coach. What I do is I help individuals just like you. I help you get organized, get trained, and win government contracts. Bye now. You all have a blessed day. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Bye.